Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Gray Man Prepping. It's time for Survival Saturday, and tonight's topic, carbon monoxide. Okay, all sorts of information about carbon monoxide up here behind me, and a bunch more coming at you. And most importantly, I noticed she's in here. This topic was suggested by Suzanne Goulet, so thank you, Suzanne, for suggesting this topic. If anybody wants to suggest a topic, where is it? Where's that banner? There it is. Email suggestions to Camp Patton Family Compound. I want them all. That's my YouTube's email. So I want to go to that one there for everything. That way I work on the schedule from that side over there. All righty, let's go to comments and see who's all here and what's going on. First one in was Mad Chick Acres. Next one was Prepping for the Ages. Then Aiden Ear, or Prepper for the Ages, sorry. And, oh, perfect time. One of the smoke carbon detectors was chirping this morning. At least it wasn't singing the song of its people. True. It could have just been bad batteries, or it could have been dust. Okay, next one in was Phelan Clan Wolf, followed by Walt Rogers, then Teresa Buchanan, then CR, Creative Redundancy, and let's see, and Clayland has been a member for 12 months, and thank you for all the information. Yeah, my pleasure, Phelan. And Walt says, ditto. He's been a member for 11 months. So then we have Chef Tech 86, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. It's the Marshmallow Man. Hi, Lewis. And let's see, going down here. Everybody's talking. Howie's in the house, Food Forest Permaculture. Everybody's chit-chatting back and forth. Kaylin Strain is in here. Okay, she says no ads. She came in, no notification. Yeah, I noticed that yesterday on Camp Patton Family Compound, because I keep YouTube up over here. And that's where I make all the comments to you guys beforehand. And that's the one where I can slam down the hammer on any trolls. And when I started it, I had an ad over there. First time I've had an ad there since middle of November. So it may be another week or so here, and I'll start getting ads back on my regular stuff over here on Gray Man, and hopefully the ads they play will only be at the beginning during the countdown and not during the live stream itself. All right, let's see. Next one in was Suzanne Goulet, Prepper 101. At Hugo Homestead, and I caught up now, and that's it. Okay, Dr. Ron Boggs said he can't make it today. I haven't heard back from Paula. I sent her the link, and he sent it to her twice. So we will see what happens if she comes in. And let's get over here. Let's see, what do we got? We got 15, 15 watching. And of course, YouTube is still screwing up. So only the last person in can see how many thumbs up there were. So, yeah. All righty. So we go to here. Boom. So carbon monoxide. And actually, I got this backwards on my slides. Hang on. Let me fix my slides here. Because I added a slide here at the last here. And I need to move it from the back to the front. There we go. And that there, and bring that back up. I like being able to work quick on PowerPoint. Okay, so carbon monoxide poisoning. I got a little cutesy thing. So carbon monoxide, the hemoglobin, and so when carbon monoxide attaches to hemoglobin, your hemoglobin in your blood can't carry oxygen to where it needs to be. And basically, carbon monoxide binds to the hemoglobin with an affinity more than 200 to 300 times that of oxygen. The formation of carbon monoxide hemoglobin sufficiently decreases the oxygen carry capacity of the blood, causing tissue hypoxia. In other words, basically, the more carbon monoxide you breathe in, the more blood gets blocked with carbon monoxide. It gets in there, bonds in it, and it can't carry oxygen. Now, you can't, the carbon monoxide and hemoglobin will not separate ever, period. They're locked in a death embrace. And the only ways you can do it, the way they treat it, I was hoping Paula could talk about this a little bit because I know she knows a little bit about it. Let me move up to here. There we go. And so with it bonded like that, the only way you can treat it is the remaining oxygen cells is to super oxygenate them by putting you on oxygen. And the other thing is to do blood transfusions. Otherwise, you got to wait for the blood cell to die and to be replaced by new blood cells. And generally, if it's really bad, they'll give blood transfusions and stuff like that. All right, let's get back to this, and let's see what here. Comments. Let's do it. Okay. Kaylin throws out a suggestion: check all your carbon dioxide detectors. And the other thing is to do if you have combination smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors, that's good too. Of course, you want to spend the big money, you'll get the combination ones that will speak to you and tell you whether it's smoke or carbon monoxide it's detecting. They'll go carbon monoxide warning, or smoke warning, smoke warning. All right. And Prepper 101's lining them up for he's not going after his mother-in-law, he's going after his wife. Yeah, basically it doesn't, it takes, for the blood cells that are contaminated to die out and be replaced by fresh blood cells. That's why the healthier you are, the quicker you'll recover from it. And CR is sniffing carbon monoxide. He's feeling sleepy. All right, let's get on to the next slide here. So we covered what it is, and actually I got those, out of order there. So that's what it is, and you get carbon monoxide pointing from several sources. Charcoal does not burn with a clean flame, so it smokes. So it puts off more carbon monoxide than if it were burning, if you had a flame on it. Same thing like firewood, regular wood. If it's flaming, it's giving off less carbon monoxide and more carbon dioxide. If it's the coals, it's giving off more carbon monoxide than carbon dioxide. All right, so charcoal is one way you can get it, and wood. Engines, gasoline engines, and we'll talk about why that's important. Leaky furnaces where the combustion chamber has a crack in it. My daughter's furnace over there across the street had that problem several years ago, and we had to replace it. Leaky duct vetting, the ducting on the furnace, ducting on the hot water heater, ducting on, if you have a gas dryer, the ducting on the gas dryer. Any ducting work that is venting, the byproduct gases out can cause it. Burning of any carbon-based fuel produces carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and a little bit of water vapor. And Susan just fired up some good information here. So the lifespan of blood cells is about 120 days. However, once it's been bonded with carbon monoxide, it's not getting the oxygen it needs, so it dies off quicker too. So yeah, there's it needs the blood cells need oxygen to live themselves. Um, hmm. They make carbon monoxide and smoke detectors that flash. They do make them. You got to, but they're not so easy to find. Okay, Okay. So Mark says, my wife and I had carbon monoxide poisoning in '91. Headaches for months. Water heater flew pipe had pinholes. The only thing saved was a poorly insulated house, so you had fresh air coming in as the bad air went out. Yeah, and we're going to get to that. All righty. The next one here. Chimneys, yeah, fireplaces, chimneys. If you have a fire in a fireplace and you're getting heavy, high pressure winds outside, it can blow the carbon monoxide and smoke back into the house. Furnaces, that attached garage, indoor grilling is a big no-no ever. Um, I'm not sure what they meant by hood range, because if you have a properly dialed in gas stove and where it's burning efficiently, you're not going to get much carbon monoxide off of that. And we never had a hood range in the first 3 houses we lived in. And so, we were, canning and cooking all day long sometimes. Clothes dryer if it's a gas one, portable heater if it's a propane one, gas propane one. Yeah. So a coal fire, whether charcoal or wood coals, it puts off a lot of carbon monoxide. You don't want to be doing that indoors, even if the power's out and there's no heat. You don't want to bring this indoors for a heat source. It will kill you. Um, and of course, the big one, and noted a lot in California when they get the power outages and they got, oh, we got cold weather. We're down in the low 40s, so we need to heat our house up. We're going to bring the hibachi in off the balcony into the apartment and warm up and do cooking indoors on that, since the electric range isn't working, and it'll heat the house up too, and we'll all wake up in the morgue. Generators, power out, goes out. Oh, we need to get a generator. And the problem is the exhaust from the generator. Some people run it in the garage, and it's an attached garage. No, that's a very bad thing to do. The other one, sometimes they'll run it next to a window that's not closed, and you're getting the carbon monoxide and exhaust coming into the house there as well. Yeah, sometimes it's a big do it. Hey, let's open the window, get some fresh air in here. Oh, let's go warm up the car in the attached garage since it's wintertime here, and we need to get the car warmed up so that the windshield doesn't fog up on us as soon as we get in. I mean, shoot, my shop is not attached, and when I start the truck up, before I start it up, I open the garage door, I start it up, and I back it out. I just drop it in gear and just let it idle out the door, and I let it finish warming up outside, and I close the door. Same thing with my tractor. My tractor's supposed to sit there and idle for 5 minutes before I move it. Sorry, as soon as I start that tractor up, man, it's I'm just got it's idling, and I just push on so it just creeps out quickly out of the shop. All righty. There are a lot of people that, die, the garage doors closed, they start the car, go back in the house, get their cup of coffee, da da da. Meanwhile, the garage is filling up with exhaust, filling up with the carbon monoxide. And if they have their heater on to circulate air, they go open at the door, get into the car, and the car is full of exhaust and carbon monoxide, and they croak about 2 blocks down the road. Let's see here. And this is the one that brought the whole thing about, the hookah. All right. Oh, okay. Hang on. Let's look at it. I'm gonna look at this. I was told to run my generator in my cargo trailer with the windows open for security and noise reduction. Of course, we wouldn't be in the trailer. Yeah, and problem is, as it's running in your cargo trailer, it's using up the oxygen that the engine is running on, and the exhaust is getting more and more polluted, and all of a sudden the generator is going to stop, because the trailer, even with the windows open on the cargo trailer, it's going to be more carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and other exhaust output filling it up. So unless you put a fan in there blowing fresh air in and blowing it out, you're still going to have the problem, and it's just going to build, and it's going to die. And you're going to, what's wrong with the generator? And you're going to go running out there, open the door, walk inside, boom. It's like walking in a gas chamber, only it's not tear gas, it's death gas. Okay, doesn't CO stink? Let's see, hang on, let me stop this banner across the bottom. And okay, can't be seen, can't be smelled, can't be heard. It is an odorless, clear gas that it's like oxygen. You can't see oxygen, you can't smell it. Carbon dioxide, you can't see it, you can't smell it. Nitrogen, you can't see it, you can't smell it. Carbon monoxide, you can't see it, you can't smell it. Now you can see other things in, like the exhaust from the charcoal for the hookahs, and the exhaust from the car engines and stuff. You can see got the gas and the water vapors from those, but you can't see the carbon monoxide. And let me get back up to age. And so it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell at all. It doesn't. It doesn't sink. No, carbon monoxide does not sink. It's like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, oxygen, nitrogen. It all floats around together. One's not heavier than the other. Yeah, methane is a heavier gas. It sinks. Yeah, and if it's coming into the room warmer than the room, so it'll actually rise, not sink. So and as it goes, the air moves around, it gets mixed up in it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So propane settles low, gas fumes settle low, carbon monoxide, like other normal gases, what are considered normal gases. I listed most of them. It kind of mixes up, but if it's warm, it'll rise in the room as it starts to mix in. As it gets the same temperature, then it starts mixing and everything. Okay. Kayla has a question. Would you see solid particles mixed with the exhaust gases? Not necessarily. If the engine, like say it's from a gasoline engine and it's running pure, running clean, you're not going to see the exhaust at all. A propane powered engine, you're not going to see the exhaust at all, other than maybe water vapor from the propane burning. Your natural gas or propane from the water heater or the furnace, you're not going to see those at all. All right, so let me take this down here for a second. I got to go over here to the other side because I brought up the article that Suzanne sent me. And I want to get it in the right spot here and close out all the ads. So come on. I didn't tell you to do that. I told you to get rid of that. Okay, it's not blocking it's not doing it right. It's just too many ads just that are showing here. So that's weird. So when I click on it to get rid of this one ad, it removes the story. Okay, so here I'm going to bring this up a little bit. I'm going to throw this link in here. I don't want that. Here's the link to the article so you can all can see, read this at your leisure. But basically, when Rachel, can't pronounce her last name, and her three friends invited three friends over her apartment last month for a girls' night, she never predicted hours later to end up in the hospital with carbon monoxide poisoning. The women were enjoying pizza, cake, some tequila as they danced and played Truth or Dare. The in-between games, they smoked hookah, a water pipe used in flavored tobacco heated with charcoal over the course of 4 hours. So she'd opened the balcony door of her 1,000 square foot apartment, cracked the window in a separate bedroom, and had her air purifier running. Blah, 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 blah. 2 hours in, she closed the balcony door because it was getting chilly. Things went downhill from there. It was like an instant hangover, like a migraine times 10. All right. One of the other women felt she didn't feel right, wanted to lay down. Everybody chalked it up to being tipsy, despite having little to drink. That's when the CO2 alarms went off in the apartment went off. She had problems with fire alarms, which also served as carbon monoxide detectors, randomly turned on before, so she turned them off. They immediately turned back on. The women called 911 and left the apartment. 8 firefighters confirmed that the women had been experiencing chest pain, dizziness, had carbon monoxide poisoning, and urged them to go to the emergency room. Yeah, and it goes on a story about people that stuff, and then it goes in here. Can hookah cause carbon monoxide poisoning? Yes, there have been dozens of publicized cases and many more reported incidents in the media, people experiencing carbon monoxide poisoning from smoking hookah in a variety of environments and circumstances. Okay, so I'm going to drop that down. So, yeah. Has anybody seen this is because there's charcoal from the hookah for the heating the water or whatever that the water pipe hookah draws it through, whatever. I don't know much about hookahs. I don't smoke them, don't have anything to do with them, not allowed to on our properties. So that's another source for carbon monoxide poisoning from using charcoal other than barbecuing. Hey, Greatness, how's it going? And so any source of anything that is carbon based that is burning has the capacity to produce carbon monoxide. And even if you're using a very efficiently tuned stovetop for natural gas or propane, it can still produce carbon monoxide. Now, the exceptions are the like certain heater units that have the proper type of catalytic converter and stuff to keep it from doing carbon monoxide, and he's doing carbon dioxide and water. So, yeah, you'll try to do vented heaters most of the time. If like the I have the Mr. Buddy heater, which has the catalytic stone in there, and it has the sensor on it, so it shuts off if there's a problem. Yeah, incense burners probably have the incense ones. Yeah, charcoal pucks that the loose incense are placed on. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm personally, I have never got. Maybe I'm just weird. My cousins all like to burn incense and stuff, and they're doing all that stuff. I'm like, get that stuff away from me. I don't like any type thing smoking in the house. I hate the fireplace is smoking, and the wood burning stove. Oh man, it just was driving me nuts 2 years ago. So I got the vent the directional vent cap put on it. But yeah, there's a lot of problems with burning that sort of stuff in the house. Now, hopefully, I was hoping that Paula would have been here and start talking about health and stuff. How being in general health, your blood, if you're in good health and doing everything right, proper gut health, proper blood, everything else, your body can replace blood cells fairly quickly. You just need, you need to do proper, because like when someone goes and gives blood, it takes you give a pint of blood, and it's, within a week your body has replaced it for the average person. Well, if a person is healthier, they don't smoke, they don't drink, and they're in real good health, it can be as little as 4 to 5 days to replace that the blood that you've donated. And checked off. Hey, how's it going? Has a question. Hey, Chipper. All right. So, candles. Candles can put it off too. And that's one thing that we need to check out. Let me see if I can find that out here. I'm going to look something up on the composition of the. I'll just do simple. Do CAN candles give off carbon monoxide. While a single candle emits 2 to 3 parts per million of carbon monoxide, lighting multiple candles significantly raises the figure. If a room is not well ventilated, CO levels can raise to dangerous levels. Of course, if you have an older house, it doesn't have the Tyvek wrapped on it, and it leaks everywhere, and you're getting fresh air in all the time, and you get you get that there. Yeah, Mark, they don't burn anything except a candle of the midnight oil. They just don't burn the candle at both ends. Yeah. So don't try to have enough candles to get from. and don't burn them for a long time. Let's see. I'm trying to think. You think about you have if you have multiple bathrooms with the vents, and you're trying to do a romantic evening, you have candles all over the place for your significant other, and candles into around the bathtub and everything else. Make sure the vent's on. Just get fresh air passing through. All right, so Kaylin says we stopped using incense at our mosque because the scent as well as the smoke made people sick. Have the fire door. We only have a fire door in the prayer room. All right, yeah, and that's one of the things. That's another thing. Another thing I have that chaps my hide about the those. Oh, heat your house with you got a keratotic tile pot turned upside down with a bunch of candles under it, and then you have the 90-degree duct thing on it, so the heat goes up and goes around. It heats the whole house. Yeah, well, the amount of heat you're getting off that house, you're getting more carbon dioxide than the heat's worth. All right. Now, the other thing I want to look up, do beeswax. Oh, someone had it there already. Beeswax candles have been shown in independent studies performed at the Virginia Tech University to reduce carbon monoxide emissions from burning them for an hour by 3 times that of the more soybean oil-based paraffin wax, and virtually none of the soot that the other types of waxes release into the air. Wow, that sounds like a double bonus. So beeswax candles give less than a third of the carbon monoxide off, and none of the black soot that other ones do. Okay, 400 tea light candles can make a bunch of CO2. Yeah, so let me go back here on this. So a tea light candle, if it gives off the 2 to 3 parts per million, that's going to be 800 to 1,200 parts per million of CO2 for the 400 tea candles. Okay. All right. I was just checking on the side chat, and everyone's agreeing with stuff there. Yeah. All righty. So, and some say a standard wax candle will also last longer. Yeah. All righty. Yeah, I was really hoping to slide into Paula's thing now, and she's not here on health and stuff. Yeah, you think about it. If you're healthy and you're not feeling sickly, and you're all your vitamins and stuff and minerals in your body are all up where they're supposed to be at, you got good gut health, your body's going to be able to bounce back from things quicker. You can produce more new blood cells to replace the contaminated ones. I'm just trying to remember the other stuff on it there. Tell you what, look up information on it and do some research, WebMD and other stuff for information on carbon monoxide poisoning. Oh, whoa. What am I seeing here in the side chat? So CB was a licensed massage therapist. They also got intoxicated with the essential oils in closed spaces. Oh, all the alcohol coming off the essential oils, huh? Oh, all right. Okay, Suzanne, did we cover everything you wanted to cover? Was there any other information you thought I should address? CD said yes. Oh, so yeah, just use common sense when you're burning anything indoors. Um, oh, that was the thing. Hang on, let me look up one other thing here. Let me do it this way. KEIKOSC. Oh, I was looking up kerosene, lanterns, oil lanterns, because the most of the oil you buy, even at the store for the oil lanterns, is extra refined kerosene. So, um, kerosene lamps emit fine particles, carbon monoxide, nitric oxide, that's uh, NOx, sulfur dioxide when burned. These products may reduce lung function and increase the risk of asthma and cancer. So, yeah, it's one of the things you got to think about, and then of course the kerosene. If you ever want the tall chimneys on the kerosene lanterns, the top part of it gets all soot covered. So, lamp oil smell, and some of the lamp oils now they have scented lamp oil, so you don't smell the bad smell. You smell um, the vanilla or the sage or the bayberry. There was a leaky exhaust in a truck. In a truck, when you turned on the heat on, it would smell. Yeah, so basically there was an exhaust leak off the exhaust headers there by the air intake for the heater. So yeah, I would just put the guy out. They rolled the vehicle. Oh, okay. Symptoms of carbon poisoning have been likened to the flu, nausea, migraine, followed. Yeah. Oh, that's what. Thank you. Kaylin just gave me an idea. So let's go down to Kaylin's here, and I'm going to go over here. Um, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide detector. Even though I have no gas operated, yeah, you never can tell it. You have central heating for the apartments that could leak the carbon monoxide. You hit carbon monoxide coming underneath the door from the hallway from someone else's apartment too. If you're they'll go through the house. The fire department will come out, go through the house, and if you tell them, "Oh, the smoke carbon monoxide detector went off, we're feeling kind of dizzy, headaches," and they have the units. They can go in there and, okay, the reading is, oh yeah, you got carbon monoxide, you got carbon dioxide, you got methane, yeah. So, but let me get this up over here. This one here is CO detectors. Okay, let's go to Amazon, folks. All right, so I put in carbon monoxide detector plugged in because I have a plug-in one besides battery powered ones. And here's the one. Here's the one I have right over here, or a similar one to this. I have a kitty. It looks a little bit different, but mine's about older. But so you can have the plug-in ones, and has a test touch button where you can test it. I'm looking for the one that says talking. We got carbon monoxide detectors, CO level monitoring, blah, blah, blah. So this one here does a lot of things. It tests carbon monoxide, tests humidity, temperature, humidity sensor. It gives you a whole bunch of stuff in the house. And I'm going to make that get bigger on it. Okay, so gives you temperature. There's your carbon monoxide in blue there. It says 0 parts per million. Relative humidity percentage, and has a power fault alarm, self-test, and then the speaker on it. And so that plugs in. That's that one. When we got the furnace put in, they put several carbon monoxide detectors around. I think they put like 3 around, plus I already had one in the kitchen, and I had 2 others that I had gotten that I hadn't put up yet that were needed 9-volt batteries. So yeah, you can get different ones here for different type things and stuff. And the newer ones here, I like this, are actually putting in shows the level and stuff. It has an evacuate flashing light there on it. So, but this one here just shows you increasing levels on the left side there, whereas this one has a percentage. And open this one up here. This one here has parts per millions on it, so it gives you the on that stuff there. Go back over here. So none of these are saying talking. So let me go up here and put that in here. TAL talking. Let me just take off the plug and off of it. Portable ones, continue live, warning sound. Here's one, voice alerts. So smoke and carbon monoxide detector, AA battery powered, voice alerts, LED warning. So, and I think, yeah, First Alert also has the voice alert and location, something on it. Take a look at that one. See what else it has on it. Voice and location. So you set up each room, and it says you can program it to say kitchen, bedroom, hallway, whatever on it. Yeah. So those are really cool. Andrea. Yeah, any reputable carbon monoxide detector is better than none. Now, what's good about let me shift here. I'll go this way. What's good about the talking ones and stuff for the smoke and the carbon monoxide is that kids, even teenagers, brains work differently than adults. Okay. There are several tests, and you could probably find it on YouTube. Just but I have it somewhere on my other computer here. It was years ago, back east, a news channel with the local fire department did some tests, and the firefighters volunteered their families for the test. And so what they did is they waited till the kids were asleep, and the news crew came in with their cameras and everything else. And one of the firemen went up in the hallway and pushed the button, and set off the the or cheep 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 cheep. None of the kids woke up, and they did 3 different houses, 3 different firefighter houses. None of the kids woke up except for one. One kid woke up, sat up in bed, heard it, picked the pillow up, put it over their head, and back down again, went right back to sleep. And even the teenage daughter was just, flipped over and pulled the head pillow over her head and back to sleep. She didn't even sit up. She just kind of rolled over, pulled it over her head. So they snuck in the rooms and had put up cameras to night vision cameras to catch them and see what they were doing. Then 3 weeks later, they replaced those with talking ones and did the test again. And all the kids woke up. Because basically they recorded the parents. You had a record button on so you could record, and the parents recorded. Chelsea, this is Dad. Get up. There's a fire. Get up. Bam. Chelsea was wide awake. What? And it was almost hilarious to watch these kids react to the talking smoke detectors, because it was their parents' voices yelling. Is there a best place to put a detector? I can tell you the worst places to put them: in the bathroom, above the stove, above the dishwasher, above the washing machine, in the utility room, period. Because there's, the thing in those areas you don't want to have, because there's things that interfere with them. Water, steam, you don't put it above the microwave. You don't put it above the toaster for sure. Especially with my grandkids, because they'll go up there. I'll put the toast in. I'll walk away. It pops. And before I get back to it, I see when the boys looking at it, put it in, and they push it back down again because it's not brown enough for them. Yeah. Like, all right, the one I'm showing here, first alert, and we have 17% off. How long that's going to be, 17% off? Might be a day, might be a week. Let's go back to the main ones here. Don't get fooled by the only 10 left in stock, ordered soon. No. Also, you have the ones that have save 10% with coupons. You have those as well. That's interesting. Which one do I have here? That was the first alert. Huh. I don't see it up on the sale here. Oh, there we go. Is that the same one? That's $40. And things, like first alert, there's different ones. They have different things they can do in different ones and stuff. So yeah, you look around, find one that's that is good, that's affordable, that has most if not all the items you want in it, and then there's of course then there's the handheld meters. This here is what the something like this is what the fire department would have when they walk in to check for it. This hang on, let me switch this around. Either this orange or the orange and black one, or the orange and green one. These are handheld ones to walk around in. Yes, there's some at Costco. And guys, hang on 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah. So when my daughter was going to get the furnace put in over there, at Costco, I got a 2-pack. I just haven't put that in yet. But since they gave them 3 carbon monoxide, actually they gave them 4 because I put an extra one down in the basement. And so they put one in the basement, one upstairs, and then one in the living room and one in the hallway over there. And so so I didn't do that. I'm probably just gonna, once I get all the stuff done up in the shop, I'll probably just put those out in the shop. And no, it's not a pee break. And no, my alarm was not. I did not hear my CO alarm going off. If my alarm was going off, you would have heard it. But yeah, so there is, yeah, there's a lot of options out there on different ones you can buy and get. Dang, wireless interconnected combination. Oh, hold on. All right. So this has 6 of these. They're interconnected. So if it's going off in one room, it's going to yeah. All right. So we have 196 equals, these are $33 each, but they're interconnected. So I guess it goes off and it tells you what you like. So if it goes off in one room and all the other room says, living room, that announces that, so everyone knows where it's at in the living room. So that's not a bad idea. That's a bit expensive, but you're getting 6 of them to put around. So what I would like though is what I like about the let me see here. The plug-in ones is the plug-in ones actually have batteries in them as well, rechargeable batteries. So the power goes out, these still work. And if you get a hardwire, if your house has a hardwired one, you can wire in, but make sure you get a hardwired one that has the rechargeable battery so that it keeps working if the power goes out. Yeah, let me look at this in here. So this is the one I have. Yeah. And so AA battery backup. And you can stick around, plug them anywhere you want. So you haven't said anything to get booted. It's probably just I don't know what would have booted you, unless it was just a platform doing stuff, Kaylin. Yeah. Yeah, the building codes vary from state to state, and sometimes the state will have a minimum level, but counties will step it up where they have to be wired, where the state says they don't have to be wired. So check your local area, but still, if it's especially if it's an older house, there's nothing about retrofitting them to older houses. So when property gets sold, there's nothing saying you got to wire the smoke detectors for the new house, for the new buyers. Yeah, that was all right, Caitlin. You just said it again. You didn't get booted, so all right. So let's let me go over here and bring up near the end here. So I'm going to bring up what's coming up here. All right. So Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound, For the Monday Night Fireside Chat, we're talking canning soups. Not like before we done last month or the month before, we talked about bagging soup mixes. We're talking about actually canning them. We're going to talk canning times, and I got to get with Tammy again early tomorrow morning on this, and talk about the differences between canning vegetable soups to canning like tomato soup, which is very acidic, to canning beef. Each one, each they can have different time frames because of the ingredients of whether you have to for pressure canning and water bath canning. Water bath canning? You can't water bath stuff. You got to pressure can it. My grandmother, my great grandmother, never pressure canned in their life, and they canned tons of stuff. All right, so that's on Monday is canning soups. Tuesday here on Gray Man Prepping for Tactical Tuesday, we're going to talk about stocking up supplies in specific rooms. We're going to start off with your bathroom and what sort of supplies you're going to need in your bathroom for. CR is going to go ahead and say it, but I'm going to say Milwaukee. But then on Thursday nights is the Midnight Ride. Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound is natural disasters that change the weather. So we're going to talk about that. And then next Saturday here, we have a special guest coming on. Bill Nash of Nash Nurseries is going to come on, and we're going to talk mainly fruit and nut trees. That's what's coming up for next Saturday. And Bill is actually providing photos for me to put up on a slideshow. All righty, and so that's the next week's coming up here. We do have other things coming up, not in any particular order. Tempered glass jars and cookware. When the bullets run out. Canning breads and cakes. Life is hard. Woman up, guys. Deal with your vices now. Disaster laundry. Saws for thriving in SHTF. The biggest lies preppers are being told. How a worldwide famine would affect you. What are your essentials? Cooking with no power, which is interesting because I've had that on there that's going to be out in end of March. Today on Shadow Scout Swede, his topic was cooking without electricity. All right. So we got, like I said, I got stuff out through, I got a solid schedule out through March 5th. And then I got a couple holes out on different days, different channels out through April 8th. So if you have any topics you would like to suggest, there's the email, Camp Patton Family Compound at gmail.com. Send ideas for topics. It can be cooking, it can be camping, it can be gardening, it can be bugging out, prepping, whatever you want to talk about. Send suggestions. We still have some upcoming suggestions. If the portable sawmills was one suggested. Security cameras is one that was suggested as well. Daily groceries versus monthly staples was suggested. So we got several other things suggested as well coming up here. And make sure to get back over there. Plant a food forest. Sleep well. Yes. And if you can, be like Howie, have a food forest outside and a food forest in your house. You say, wait a minute. The food forest in the house absorbs carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide and gives off oxygen. Hey, Joe, Garden State Gardener came in and just I'm wrapping it up here. It's Sunday Fun Day. The Sunday Fun Day registration video is out on Garden State Gardener, not Grow Big TV. So check Garden State Gardener's channel out for the latest registration video for Sunday Fun Day. All right. So with that, double check anything over here. Okay. With that, everyone, remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps. Water, the #1 failure point of preppers. Food. Medicines, the #2 failure point of preppers. Clothing. Learn a new skill. Also, try growing something indoors this winter. I just added another 30-gallon tub and getting a couple more 3-gallon tubs to add to the my indoor garden in the house. So we'll see what else I can do here this winter. All right, everyone, stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see you Monday on Camp Patton Family Compound.